seeing beyond the turbulence by being still. That's a strategy with these 2 degrees. That, and get your aggression out in something constructive. Hello, welcome back. Today we're on Libra Aries 21. Let's start with Libra today. A crowd upon a beach, or a Sunday crowd enjoying the beach. The sea as still as a mirror. A magician wearing a live snake as a belt. A group on the beach watching ships return laden with treasure. Beings who survive by changing their form. The gemstone for today is seashells, and they promote love and fertility, safe journey between physical and the spiritual world. They give you a calmness, they have a healing energy, they speak to life cycles and divine energy protection. I have written in my notes the birth of Venus, the great womb of the sea, where anything is possible. You never know what's going to bubble up. And so if anything is possible, again, this goes back to take the high road, let go of fear, think about unlimited capacity to create in a positive way. Life and death, the cycles of life. Babies are born and people die and everything in between. Listening to your soul for discernment. Be careful about following the crowd. The crowd on the beach may not have the answers and probably don't. So go within. Here, it's center yourself, ground yourself in nature. Let's take a look at Aries. A pugilist enters the ring, or a boxer entering the ring. A woman drying flowers and carefully preserving their colors. A mysterious piece of unusual color and shape appearing on a chessboard. Pastel flags fluttering in the breeze. A pirate hands a woman a large gold coin. The stone for Aries 21 is hematite. It stimulates your focus and concentration. It enhances your memory and original thought. It grounds and protects you using magnetic properties to balance the body and provide stable equilibrium. It works on the nervous system, the aura and our nervous system to help calm us down. This degree talks about overwhelming power. This one could be a volatile phase, I would say, because it's glorifying the might. At the most spiritual level, this degree is talking about the ebb and flow of the female and the male energy, yin and yang. And that each one will win, but then it always, in order to maintain balance, it swings back to the other. So embracing that rhythm, especially when you tie it together with the sea in Libra, that honoring flow. So at the highest level, this is saying that. At another level, it's talking about violence, just for the sake of violence, for the sake of fame or money. And if you're going to fight for something, what are you fighting for? What are you tied to? Make sure that it's really worth it. So this degree is making you ask that too. Is the amount of energy that I'm putting in this worth it for me? Or should I chain myself to something else? It's asking, it wants us to ask that question. And if you're going to hang on to things, make sure it's something that's beautiful. This time of year is about letting go of whatever isn't perfect for you. Just let it go. If things come up and there's like, I just can't do this anymore, well, maybe you just shouldn't do it anymore. So this is a time to ask yourself probably some tough questions, or some things are going to come up that you might be surprised at, and you let them go so that you can open the door to more things. Victory is temporary, no matter what it is. Whether you finish a project and you did like the best job ever, it's temporary, and then you move on and you let it go. Whenever I have nervous energy, or I look to someone else like, why aren't they doing this? Can't they see this needs to be done? If I start having those kind of thoughts, I find something to put my physical energy into. If I don't, I know that I might be spoiling for a fight, and I don't want to fight. So I'll find something to do. I'll go trim some hedges, or I'll rip some weeds out of a flower bed, or I'll rearrange a closet shelf just so I can put my energy into something that is a constructive way to use that energy. And it works. That when the time might be ripe for a fight in my relationship, if I take that step, it completely takes the steam out of any fight that might have happened otherwise due to frustration with, things not getting done around the house. And it just works because it's coming from me, and I know this about myself. It goes back to illusions and knowing, if something is coming from the outside, is it really coming from the outside, or is it something within me? Sometimes it's not easy to tell, but it gets easier if you ground yourself in nature in some way, whatever is nice for you. Some of my friends love the beach. They absolutely love the beach. If you can't be at the beach, then you look at pictures of the beach. You hold a shell. You meditate on a shell. In any way that you can, you get there mentally. And you hold that energy. If you have a lot of nervous energy and watching the news and staying in the know feels important, but when you take a step back and you ask yourself, am I now currently a nervous wreck because I'm watching the news? If you are, maybe step back, turn it off, and go out in the yard. Go for a walk. Do something that gets you grounded. Both of these degrees could possibly have you feeling ungrounded. And I say that because hematite is a grounding stone. It's a root chakra stone. So that to me tells me that there could be a need for grounding. Also the sea. I personally love the sea. I love seeing videos of whales swimming and then diving, but then also it can kind of overwhelm me at the same time. It's like, wow, it's so huge and vast, and so I can kind of swing either way with the sea. And so both of these degrees tell me that there's a need for grounding because there's a level of not knowing what's coming. And so to be okay with not knowing says look within and find your center within. Maybe reduce some of the outward stimulation that you might be getting from the news or wherever. Step back from it today, and it might be helpful. There is some power here, and if directed in a way that is not constructive, it's coming out one way or another, and it's best to put it someplace constructive. Another way to work with this particular energy is to just ground yourself in nature, walk in nature, rake some leaves. It doesn't have to be exertion, but today's the day to ground yourself, calm yourself, because otherwise it may feel a little foggy and hard to, you may feel a little untethered. And we're birthing something. We're letting something go, and we're birthing something new. Venus coming out of the ocean. We need to envision what we want her to look like. We have to hold space for something beautiful. And does that sound Pollyannish? Yeah, maybe. But if you know you have a choice, and the choice is I birth what I think, then yeah, maybe adopting Pollyanna is the strategy in the ring of the fighter. Seeing beyond the turbulence by being still. That's a strategy with these 2 degrees. That, and get your aggression out in something constructive that you do for yourself. So that's what I have for you today. I hope you're enjoying these videos. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe for more. Until next time, take care.